or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis, and breaking scoreboards. Simone of the Olympics, defense and big business. The Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the three in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk in the Street Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at In the Street Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, various other streaming platforms. Make sure y'all check out the IndustrySports.com website. Get the latest articles, you know what I'm saying, updates of what's going on in the sports world and the sports world around you. If you got, different entities, teams, little league teams, people who ain't getting spotlight you want us to talk about, you can email us at industrysports@gmail.com or DeeTrynt@gmail.com. Man, what's really, really good? It's been a minute. I ain't got up here in politics with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sports going crazy. The NBA finals then gone. Drafting came when the NBA then gone. All-Star weekend for baseball that came through. Baseball about to get into its Hunt for Red October, which is the best part of baseball for me. The Hunt for Red October. You know what I'm saying? Playoff baseball is just some of the most amazing shit I ever seen. And especially watching a game live, it's amazing. But our fave, this Browns town, this football city. You hear me? And it is going crazy with the Browns. All right. So before I get into all that, I got some of my peoples with me, man. I got the Sports Diva in the house. What's going on, Sports Diva? How you feeling?
Hey, everybody. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Can't wait to see some football. It was next week on the 31st or 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, well, yeah, we get the first. Yeah, we get the Hall of Fame game on the 31st, and then we're gonna get
Yeah.
into the Browns. We're gonna get into the Browns schedule in a second. You know what I'm saying for the
Yeah.
preseason. And then I
But
got
thanks for
my
having
homie
me.
D-Lo. I got my homie D-Lo in the building. D, what's really good?
What's up, everybody? What's up? I appreciate it, God. Appreciate you having me.
Man, you already know, man. That's what we do, man. What we do. So let me just ask y'all opening thoughts, right? Before we get into the particulars about what we doing here, and the topics we get into, let me just get y'all overall opening thoughts about the Browns and their 2025 potential.
Oh,
Um,
go ahead, D.
Go ahead, Diva. Go ahead.
A lot of people are like really throwing shade at my brows, and I really got to take up for them because I see some good potential here. We made some changes, which was definitely necessary. Um, I think they're gonna be fine. I mean, I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the football season, period. But I think there's some good, there's some new weapons, some efficient weapons. I'm excited about the quarterback situation, even though we don't know. But I see some good potential, man. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you my predictions on records right now. I guess we'll get into that later. But I got some high hopes, man, and I see some good stuff happening this year.
Okay, Diva. What's going on, D-Lo? Where you at?
Where am I at? I'm in Cleveland, Ohio.
No. I was talking about D-Lo. He got it
Oh,
up
D.
there
I
as
thought you said
D-Lo.
D. Okay.
Yeah. He got it up there as D-Lo. Holy. Where you at, man? I need to know your opening thoughts too, man. Don't hide back there. What's up? What you
Oh
got
no,
for?
I'm in the back. I'm in the back working. I'm in the back working. You know, we were supposed to handle this earlier, but no, I'm in the back editing. Your boy keep lagging out. I think he back now. I didn't even know he was gone.
Okay,
He
you
back.
back there? You good?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, okay. All right, yeah. So I definitely want to get both of y'all opening thoughts on just 2025 football season for the Browns, man. D, where
Oh
you
yeah,
at?
D.
Man, let me find out. He put himself on mute. You know what? All
Told
my
you that's
life
a
I had to fight. All my life I had to fight. What
He
you got,
disappeared.
Hootie, man? I gotta hear what you got
Hey,
before I start
he
going.
disappeared again. He disappeared again. Hey
He'll
man,
be back.
I'm
He,
trying to edit all this, man. All these damn photos and shit in the back, man. Y'all do
I
y'all
got,
thing. Damn,
I
hold
got
on. I think he back now.
you. All right, all right.
No, he not. he was.
That's funny.
He was
No,
back.
see, we thought
He
we
was
had
back.
one.
As
You
soon as
lost one.
I added him, he disappeared.
No sound to win. Story of a champion. You lost one. Look, it's cool. He'll be back. It's cool, y'all. So my thoughts is I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited. Last year, I felt like I got scolded when I told people, hey, last year was a good year for the Browns to suck. They needed a chance to infuse future number ones with their already proven tenured number ones. And I felt like that was just something that the Browns hasn't been able to do. I definitely felt like they needed to find offensive identity or get back to what worked and let that build. Let that be the baseline and just build off that, right? And I felt like they needed to infuse some younger talent and double down on keeping some talent. So Miles got locked in. We've made some draft on defense with the Mason Graham at defensive tackle and Schlesinger at the linebacker. Um, I feel like it's some undrafted guys that we brought in that can really make some noise. And they really kind of need that because you need to be able to get some guys that don't cost that much that play well right now. And that way they just give you some leverage and just add to the pot. But I'm really excited, especially for this offense because I feel like it has a chance to grow in a way that a lot of us tenured Browns fans has been looking for over the years. An offense that we can really get behind and actually see the progression game in, game out, week in, week out, season in, season out. So I'm excited for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I just been sitting here sharing, trying to get it up. It's been a minute since I tapped into a couple of bases. But yeah, these Browns, man, and you know what about the Browns is so crazy? We always got controversy. All right, I don't remember a Brown season that didn't have some type of controversy. Now, granted, I think our local media, you know, does a great job of over exaggerating situations and making them a lot bigger than what they need to be. But here we look to highlight the game. We look in let's talk about the players on the field. Let's talk about what's actually going on. Let's get into the background of who is this guy and how can he really impact what we trying to build here. And I feel like this regime has done a really good job of getting better, right? People can say what they want, woody woody wah, but in past regimes, the amount of turmoil that we've had to deal with, this team would have sucked every year. We'd have been back to 115, 116. The fact that we've been able to win 6, 7 games consistently every year, be talked about in a positive light for some shape, form, or fashion every year.
I mean, come on, man. That's love right there, man. So we get into preseason. Preseason starts officially on July 31st with the Hall of Fame game being the Lions and the Chargers. Sports Diva, how do you feel about that Lions and Chargers thing going on and just the start of football starting in July?
Oh. Um, I can't wait because I'll be missing football so much, man. When the off season gets here, I'll be like, okay, well, I guess I got another 5 months to go until some football. But I'm excited for it. I want to see some hard hitting plays. I want to see some trick plays from that damn Dan Campbell type man. Even though we know we not gonna see, like the start. Sorry, that was my cat. We're not gonna see a whole bunch of starters and stuff like that. But I'm just excited to see football start back up, man. Like it's my favorite season. So, and other than the Browns, I do like the Lions. I love the Lions. I don't know. I'm excited for what this whole season has to bring for real. Like, let's go. Yeah. Can't hear you.
You know, they whole
You was
Now
on
I
mute,
can hear
bro.
you. Yeah, you was on mute. I
Yeah,
was like,
you
I
was
can't
on
hear you.
mute.
oh snaps. Good. You know, shout out to Detroit. I'm definitely Dan Campbell has built a little juggernaut over there, so shout out to Detroit and the whole system. They sports team is really going to have the Pistons look like
Mhm.
they're going to be good. We know how they usually do on the hockey side. The Tigers really been good this year. So shout out to Detroit. They probably a lot of people's favorites this year. The Chargers have done some things too. They added a few pieces in the backfield. Did something with the wide receiver core. Subtraction a little bit with some of their favorite players on defense, but they added a couple guys. Brought in a new mindset at the wheel. So we gonna see, man. As you said, Diva, though, we ain't gonna see a lot in the preseason, but for to see football on that particular day is meaningful to me because that particular day just means something in my life. That July 31st, and football is my number one love. So at this time to be able to get football that early, Hall of Fame game, right in my home state, that's what's up. I'm feeling that. But man, let's get into these topics. So, Diva, you know how it's been. The Browns that had 7,900 quarterbacks in like a 17-year span. You know what I'm saying? Just over the last 2 seasons, I think we used 9. Um, but this year, the Browns come in with 5 quarterbacks, 4 that's actually able to play. For all that don't know, Deshaun Watson will not and cannot play football in 2025. Okay, be clear. He cannot and he will not. Um, the Browns have already recouped money from an injury clause that he has in his contract that allowed them to do some of the things and bring in some of the people that they've brought in that we're going to discuss. So he will not play, but he is on the roster. Make no mistake. He doesn't count against the 53, but he is on the roster. And his name in the discussion will resume next season. For this year, we have a 4-man quarterback battle. Okay. Some people see this as a negative. Some people see this as
It's a two-man quarterback
theatric. You say it's a
battle.
two-man
It's a
battle?
two-man quarterback battle. That's only because you're giving props and preference, honestly, to the veteran because you brought him in. Otherwise, because your veterans is like really the third and fourth on the depth chart. You want to be for real. Just in case they don't work out.
That's what I was thinking too. We gonna get into a lot of those semantics right there too.
If they approached it like that, they'd be a lot fucking better off.
Well, you know how you know how I go, man. With business and theatrics and selling a show. You know, it's entertainment in some aspects too, even outside the nitty gritty. I actually got this quarterback position battle for the Cleveland Browns in 2025 as the vets versus the rookies. I have it literally broken down as the vets versus the rookies. So, hey, holy, let me get the slide of the quarterbacks and the high and the heights and weights in the background if we can, bro. Yeah, man. So we can see the Bills on the quarterbacks, and we can see just a little bit of the roster too as well. The four quarterbacks that we're talking about: Joe Flacco, the proven veteran, Super Bowl winning, coming from the rival or used to be Browns, Baltimore Ravens. You have Kenny Pickett, the young vet in his fifth year, drafted by the rival Pittsburgh Steelers. But he was on the championship Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles roster last year as a backup to Jalen Hurts. Uh, Dillon Gabriel, the proven and accomplished undersized or quote unquote undersized quarterback from Oregon who came from who Oregon did their thing last year, they until they ran into O State, but it's the Ohio State Buckeyes. A lot of people don't do that when it comes to that. I'm just saying. But we got him in the building, drafted third round by the Browns. And then you got the guy, okay, that is arguably the biggest presence on the roster. And that says a lot for a rookie that's on a roster with Miles Garrett and Joe Batonio and Denzel Ward. Okay, that says a lot that this might be the most noticeable player. The guy who should have been drafted in the first round, but wasn't taken until the fifth. We're talking about prime time son, Shedeur Sanders, right? Rookie from Colorado, did his thing out there, and ironically, as fate would do the Browns, his top receiver, the two-way star, was traded for, so the Browns get picks to get some of Shadeur's teammates now. Uh, so in starting this off, Sports Diva, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the four quarterbacks?
um, it's a lot. But I I think I really think that they have a s- a steady yet strong um what do you want to call it? Team based physical and mental strain. Like I just it's gonna be all out like nail biter for me because I'm excited to see you go start. But I mean, I'm a lot of people don't want Shador to start. A lot of people, I mean, I'm not one of those that want him to start either, but I don't know. I just really want, I want him to go out there. Well, he's been doing, look, no shade, but at training camp, he's been doing very, very well, by the way. But I just think that you got your veteran in Joe Flacco. You got your good, nice rookie talent in Shador. You got Kenny Pickett, which is, I mean, technically a championship winner. And, I don't think he's shitty, but a lot of people do. And then you got Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, which is put me in a mindset a little bit of Baker Mayfield. But I think we have a nice four core. I really do. I think that you know, it, it wouldn't be like a huge strain if, and God forbid, someone was to go down and someone was to back somebody up. Like I don't know. I just think that we have a good four core and we have good arms to work with. To me, you know,
Say some great arms to work with.
and we got some nice arms. Yeah, we got some nice arms to work with because, like I said, a lot of people don't like Joe Flacco. I don't. I'm sorry, but y'all wasn't saying nothing when he took us to the playoffs. But I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet about that. But I think that we actually have. I think that I think that we actually have a nice four to work with. Being and just stay healthy, or but like I said, God forbid something happen. I think that that backup would be efficient, whichever one it is. To be honest.
Okay, say that. Okay. I'm going to give my biased personal thoughts. I'm going to say it like that first. I'm going to give you just how I genuinely and possibly feel. This shit ain't a competition. Let me be. This shit ain't a competition. Shedeur the number one. I don't care what nobody talking about. I don't care how they feel about it, what they think going on. Hey, Camille, I appreciate you coming in, love, for sure.
Hey,
Um,
Coco.
yes, look, share, follow, like, bring your peoples in because it's gonna get spicy. This shit. This is. This is. I'm gonna say this. I feel like when college was ending last season, all right, and you can follow DeeTrynt on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You will see it with the clock. Shout out to the off the clock crew. You will see it with the clock on there. You feel me? When we was coming to the end of it last year, I said Shedeur Sanders fits Kevin Stefanski's profile as a quarterback to a T. And why did I say that? I said because because the Browns offense needs a gunslinger who can read the pocket. That's basically what it is, right? Gunslinger mentalities mean that this quarterback throws it to who's ever open. All right. He go throw every J.O. What's good, bro? What's really good? I sent you the link, bro. If you want to come up, definitely come up. You feel me? Put your thoughts in for sure, for sure. A gunslinger, he throws it to the open guy. He ain't tripping. If you open, you get in the ball, you make a play. All right. But a quarterback with I'm sorry, a gunslinger who can read defenses. That's what I said. A gunslinger who can read defense. Now that's really touchy because, like I said, a gunslinger throws it to who's ever open. They thread the nickel. They take a lot of dangerous passes, but a lot of gunslingers fail to be able to read defenses effectively. Pre-snap reads for a quarterback is like a superhuman skill. If you can do that, that always puts you in a position to be ahead of the defense because you're able to predict tendencies, motions, and adjustments that allows you to call the audibles and things that you need to at the line. Again, this is something I learned from watching Peyton Manning. This is why I call him the GOAT, because nobody did it better than him when it came to that. All right. And then you got, like I said, that's the read. You got the gunslinger, and then you got to read the defense. So when you got that, that's literally how Stefanski's offense is built. If you look at the play packages, how the passing plays is set up, it's set up for you to be able to assess what the defense is doing and throw it to the open guy. How many times you see our quarterbacks, you'll be like, damn, that guy was open on the replay. That guy was open on the replay. Four of them guys was open on the replay. You know what I'm saying? So, I felt like Shedeur always fit. I like Dillon Gabriel because even though he's short, he still has that same element, and he may be a little faster. He may be the fastest quarterback on the roster. Right now, he not the biggest, but he may be the fastest and the most athletic. So on top of that, though, the Browns have a thing of they're not used to having succession. A veteran here with the future quarterback here, with the backup here that could be the future backup that allows to bring stability at the position. So if you asking me, Shedeur already winning, and he probably should win, right? Dillon Gabriel should be the long-term backup type time. You feel me? I like Kenny Pickett. And I think if Kenny Pickett actually develops quarterback skills, being able to throw every pass, read the defense, pick up that Drew Brees mentality, I think he could become, he could be a Trent Dilfer, maybe a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. I ain't saying that's what he's gonna be. I'm just saying it's possible. And Flacco, he insurance, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. Flacco is insurance. All right. If Shedeur ain't ready, and Dylan don't show that he can do, and Kenny don't work out, I know for a fact I put Flacco in, he gonna go half. So I'm not mad if he ends up starting, but that's just not how I view it. You know what I'm saying? Um, with that being said, what you think about what I said, Diva?
You, I can see your points. I mean, I'm a Joe fan, like for real. I don't know. I like Joe, but I see where you coming from. You actually made a good point with how what you said about Dylan Gabriel too. Like I said, he puts me in the mindset of Becker Mayfield, like slightly, and like you say, he may be the best one on the team. We don't know, but it's. I don't think that he was a bad, addition. I mean, a lot of people do it. Like they have so much stuff to say about Dylan, and you can't go off of how we beat their ass. Oh, state, you really can't go. You have to do your research. So I can see where you're coming from on some stuff. Yeah, I do. And did you say did you say somebody was trade bait? Did you say that?
I didn't, but you can
Okay.
introduce that to the conversation. How do you feel as far as the four in trade bait? Before I get to the next question, let's talk about that. Ooh.
I think I always said Kenny Pickett was trade bait. That's what I said. I just don't. I see him, like being a DTR. Like, no shade. I just do. I just don't think that we, as a organization, really have a whole bunch of faith in Kenny Pickett. Because I haven't. Yeah, I've seen him play. Yeah, I've seen him, come in on the backup side and things like that. Yeah, I've seen him play with Steelers and stuff like that. But I just don't believe that you know, like you said, he needs them quarterback skills actually, and I don't see him coming before all three of them. I think that he's trade back for real.
Kenny
So I
is
don't know.
trade bait. I could. You know what? Out of the three, I feel like Kenny Pickett is the most likely to get put on a practice squad and be left there.
Hmm.
So with that being said, him as the implied odd man out, I will see that because that's my sentiment, man. And out of all these quarterbacks, if it ended today and you put him on the practice squad, he would be the only one that wouldn't be picked up immediately.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I just, yeah, the trade. I mean, either one. I mean, trade bait. Yeah, I do. I see that. But yes, yeah. Either
Okay,
one that
so
oh, I'm sorry, suffice. I got bad connection back here, y'all. My bad.
no, you're good. Good. So, okay, so this next question is is a four-part question. So I'm gonna give you all the questions and just let you answer it the best way you want to articulate it, all right? Or the way you're most comfortable with articulating, all right?
Hmm.
So the questions are: who do you think should win this quarterback battle? Who do you think will win this quarterback battle? Who do you feel has the best chance of winning the battle? And who do you think has the worst chance of winning the battle?
Okay, so the first one was, who do you think I will? I mean, who do you think is going to win? That's
Who
the
do you
first one, right?
think? The first one is who you think should win the battle. Who you
Should
think
win.
should be?
I and I know I said I didn't want Shador to start earlier. I did, but I think Shador put a lot of effort and showed a lot of what he can do in training camp. I've been following that like every day with Mary Kay Cabot. But I think he should win because he deserves it based on what I've seen. Yeah. Now, do I want him to start? No, I don't. I don't. For real.
Who do you want to start?
Joe Flacco.
Okay. Okay. Who you think will win the battle?
Who do I think will win? I'm going to say, honestly, I'm gonna say Joe, man. I'm sorry, I'm just hanging in
Yeah.
there with
Let's go.
Joe.
Stand on
I
your score.
am.
Stand
I'm gonna
on
say
your
Joe
score.
because you. I think he gonna pave that little way. You know how like the cement people come down and they pave first and then they put the cement down, then they pave again.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I
think
see.
I think that's on the lines of that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, who has the best and worst chances of winning the position battle?
I'll start with the worst chances. I believe would be Kenny Pickett. Yeah, and the best chances I would say, and this is only because, like I said, of his dynamic and how he's been proving himself and how he's been there every day and how he's putting everything out there is Shedeur. Like I just I just see so much in him as far as, hey, this is what this is all the mouths, all the fifth round pick little funny little comments, and I think he gonna bust it, open. But I just think that he should not start with that. I think he should go ahead and chill. This is the NFL now. Still watch a veteran do his shit, and then we can get to that bridge when we cross it. But yeah, that's my opinion.
And
Oh,
that was your worst chance. And who you think has the best chance? That's
no,
your
my best chance was Kenny Pickett. My
okay.
best chance was Shador, just based on what I've seen and what I've been following, and how he's been physically, like the athleticism, the footwork, the everything. I think he has a really really good chance. And I'm only saying Joe Flacco. I want him to start because of how the whole pavement thing, man. Like he just that's just Joe, man. Y'all will see, man.
Okay. Okay. So you think Flacco should win, and you think Flacco will win, but you think Shador has the best chance to win, and Kenny Pickett has the worst chance to win. All right. So
Yeah.
where does Dylan Gabriel fall? He's just
I
there.
think
He's just there.
I just don't think that he's there yet. I think he's gonna. uh, I like Dylan, man. I just don't think that he's like at the status and the level of Shador. I've seen him do a couple throws and stuff, and reading the field and stuff, but I just don't. In my opinion, I don't think that he has that dynamic on being up over Shador. To be honest.
Okay. Okay. So when I look at it, I put this as a
Yeah,
four
you
part
tell
one
me and
question
who you think,
because
because
for me, you know me, like anybody know when even as whatever moniker I'm under, man, when I give my explanations, I want to give you a foundation so that way you can at least try to understand where I'm coming from, right? When I look at this position battle as far as preseason, this position battle doesn't necessarily mean your performance will automatically get you the start, but it does showcase who is performing the best in these circumstances they're given in this time frame. Um, I think Shador should win the battle, but I think Dylan Gabriel will win the battle. I think he is going to it's going to come out that he has played the best. I ain't saying that he's gonna blow, but I'm just saying like when it comes to the breakdown, you'll be like, damn, Dylan Gabriel lightweight kind of edged in some places. You know what I'm saying? But I think Shador should win it. I think I think the best chance to start is Flacco. As much as I see him as an insurance piece, that's just how I see him. And given what's going on with the roster, right? I think Flacco has the best chance to win. I think the worst chance to win is Kenny Pickett, but I think Kenny Pickett is going to be given the most opportunity to win the job. And I say this because I feel like Flacco is established, so he's the least likely to get cut. Whatever goes on, he's the least likely to get cut. Dylan Gabriel has a optic base that's comfortable for a lot of people to digest. But Dylan can ball. I really want people to understand that Dillon Gabriel can ball. Don't think, if you don't know, go watch his tape. The guy can ball and he can move. He can move. He can throw on the run. He can move. Don't sleep on him. But I just think, Shedeur just fit it all to a T, man. Listen, Shedeur is what we need. And again, I'm not mad if Shedeur doesn't start, but I just think, you know, I think he should. I think Dylan Gabriel will win it. I think Flacco has the best chance to win it, and I think Kenny Pickett has the worst chance to win
Okay, so we wasn't that too far off of each other.
it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, I get what you're
Uh,
saying.
so, for the final question for the quarterback position, all right, let me ask you. Who, as far as structure, when I worded this question, I was thinking of structure, right? As far as the ideal situation to get the most out of every talent we have and to just make things smoothly for everybody, right? As far as a setup, who would be the better long-term solution, at starter right now with the future starter in the wing with the backup and practice squad?
The the person that would be you talking about? I'm sorry. The first part was the person that would be the best in longevity with the Browns,
Well,
as
well,
far as
well. I probably wrote an oxymoron now that I actually fucking wrote it, right? Now that I read it out loud. So what I'm saying is, as far as how usually the ideal setup is, who should be the starting quarterback now, and then who should be the future guy that they are grooming to take over right after this guy, and then which guy is better suited to be a backup for the long term, and which guy you think is better as a practice squad guy that just needs more development than everybody else.
okay. So I'm gonna say I want Joe Flacco to go ahead and, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it, pave the way and put down that carpet, and let Shador go ahead and have the longevity as far as the season goes, where when you put down carpet, you staple it, so he'll be the staples, right? And then as far as the practice, did you say the practice squad? Like
Right, the backup, right? Who would be
okay, so the
suited?
backup, I think that I actually think that Dylan Gabriel will be better as a backup. In my opinion, he would be better as a backup. I want to see a little bit more confidence from him. Like, not saying he did, because I ain't gonna lie, his highlights are good. They all right. They all right. I want to see a little bit more confidence from him. I seen that he was a little, kind of in training camp, but you really can't go off of training camp specifically, because you never know. But I think I want Dylan Gabriel as the backup, and then Kenny Pickett go ahead and head to the intramurals, baby, intramurals practice squad, whatever you want to call it. I think he will be a good, he'll be like I said, like a DTR, like a PJ Walker.
Mm, that's a name I ain't heard in a while.
PJ.
Mm-hmm.
I liked PJ a little bit better in DTR, but I mean, you got to know your place in life, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got to know your place in life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. So I think, okay. Ideally, I would want Shador as the future starter and Dylan as the future backup. Um, and I genuinely prefer that. I lightweight think Kenny Pickett gonna surprise some people, and this is why I can support your Kenny Pickett for trade bait, because it serves the Browns well long term to for Kenny Pickett to show his behind and level up in his preseason, and somebody has a concern on their roster and could use him, and we can get another future draft pick for next year. And I
Okay.
will tell you later on while that particular draft pick that we get for Kenny Pickett will both well for us. But I'm gonna tell you what position where these extra draft picks I really want them to focus on.
Hmm.
I'm with you with Joe as the current starter because I feel like Deshaun will still be the starter next year. That's a different conversation for a different time. But I'm just
Right.
planting that seed. In 2026, Deshaun will be the starter. I have no doubt about that. Unless Shedeur shows his ass this season, Deshaun is most likely the starter next year. But so Joe being a starter right now is cool. Because if you go down, you got some young athletic guys that you can work with, that you can bring in and, band-aid over the sore for right now.
Hmm.
Uh I got like I say, them two. So Joe is a starter. Um Shador is the future. Uh I think now I ain't gonna lie. Ideally though, Kenny as the backup would be fire. And I'm gonna say why. Because Kenny has been in the league and he's been in almost every situation that you could be in as a quarterback. He's playoff, Super Bowl, bad team, good team, learning from a good structure, learning from a chaotic structure. Him as a backup with just his experience alone in this short time would bode well for the future quarterback in Shador. Dylan Gabriel, because of his height limitations, he's going to have to play exceptionally well with the other things he do to really gain some notoriety. So him as practice squad will probably be better suited long term for the Browns because he probably, you know, you could probably pull some stuff out. Now this slide right here is showing the height and weights of the different quarterbacks. Just so people watching they can see and get a perspective of why we say the things we say about here you go, Pop. Flacco is 6'6" and 230 pounds. He's 40 years old. Dylan Gabriel is 5'11", 205 pounds, and he's 24 years old. Kenny Pickett is 6'3", 220 pounds, and he's 27 years old. And Shedeur Sanders is 6'1", 212 pounds. He's 23 years old. So I appreciate you, Holy. And so I feel like, looking at this, as far as build wise and how the AFC North is, Joe Flacco is cool because not only is he gonna hot potato with the football, but I do feel like they're gonna ring on the running game a lot, which we about to get into these running backs in a second. I also think Kenny Pickett has a build that's good, 6'3", 220. We forget he's an athletic guy. He will run it. He will run you over. All right. Let's not take that away from Kenny. He will run it and he will run you over. All right. And
Hmm.
he good for
He
some
ain't
good
fast, but
passes.
he is durable.
But he is durable. Yes, he is. And durability is a good big concern at that position for us. Um, and Shador, he the guy we feel like, got everything we need for the position. Where you at when you look at this sports diva? What do you think?
Hmm. Uh, I y'all know I'm a sage. I'm just like when it comes down to the consistency and the overall just like athleticism and everything. Like I, at 40, I don't think Joe doing half bad. Like at 40, he was what 38 when he came with us or whatever, going on 38 or whatever. Um, and even before then when he was with Baltimore and in Delaware, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in agreement with you for the most part. Um, Kenny, I know I might be missing something with Kenny, man. Cause you ain't the first person who really said don't sleep on him. And I've been kind of napping on him. So I I'm I can see where you coming from with all that. And Dylan, With show, I mean, his like I said, remember what they said about Baker, and I used to love me some Baker. I'm sorry, but the height is a concern because we don't want to go through a lot of, you know, things when it comes down to like what we went through before. Not saying Baker was shitty. I'm just saying we went through some shit with Baker too, with his height. And I don't know. I don't want to go through that no more. So I can see where you're coming from with all four of them and how, you know, the comparisons and stuff. Cause I don't know. I don't know. I just can't wait till they figure it out because it's that my anxiety is through the roof.
Through the roof. All
I ain't
right.
lying. I ain't lying. It's gonna be a minute, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's hard to take. It's just hard to tell right now because Stefanski, I love him, but sometimes he's very, very, very unpredictable. And I mean, ultimately, that's who picks. I mean, I know it's as a team and as an organization, you pick on who's going to start, but the Browns alone is unpredictable. So it's hard to tell, but you just know what you want to see.
There's
I'm just
nothing
saying.
wrong with Stefanski as my daddy said.
I love him. I love Stefanski as a
Stefanski,
coach. I do.
no, he's saying that he need to let the offensive coordinator call the plays. I will say this: there's nothing wrong with Stefanski calling plays. There's wrong with people executing the plays. Now I won't say that he done had times where he called what the fuck plays, but that's one play
Yeah,
out of the
but
17 plays they fucked up before you got to that play. So how much
and
of them fucking up?
Stefanski,
Huh?
yeah, I was saying like him and Joe work very well together with play action. You know, Joe is very good with play action, and Stefanski is mainly a play action type coach. You know, and I just that's why I've been on Joe like that. I've been like way riding his back or whatever because it's just when things go together, then they go together.
No, that part.
You know what I
Peanut
mean?
butter and jelly. I got you. All
Hmm.
right, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you miss the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. When you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. Make sure you do the same. Make sure y'all look out for the website industrysports.com. Get the latest articles, updates. You know what I'm saying? If you aspiring writer, a sports person, you want to, see your article display, hit us up, man. We might have a role for you. We trying to cover everything we can, build the team. Got some exciting things going on. So definitely get up with us, man. We definitely trying to expand. Now let's get into what arguably might be the most important position on the offense right now because we're probably going to have to lean on this heavy. All right. And that is the running back room that exists without a Nick Chubb. All right. We're going to just put that on the table now because everybody feels some way about not having Nick Chubb. All right. This is the hot button topic. People is going to be mad. He not here. I understand. I personally feel like the Browns showed him the ultimate respect. He got to choose his fate. All right. We are doing something. We're going to do some things. Now, what I would have found a way to keep him and just made him the fullback role or whatever the case, cool, I would have. Did we know this thing with Quinshawn Junkins was going to jay off and it was going to leave some question marks about things? No, we didn't. But at the same token, we couldn't have paid him what he probably wanted to get paid, which I think he got paid like $5 million or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
And we couldn't just guarantee him the $5 million. It would have had to been the center pay. And for Nick Chubb, that just seemed disrespectful. So I felt like, hey, bro, if you can find a deal with a suitable situation that's gonna allow you to reclaim your glory, you should see that first. And if don't nothing Jay for you, we always got a spot for you here. I thought that was the ultimate sign of respect. I don't care what nobody said. That's what
No,
um
I agree. I definitely agree. I'm just happy I mean, of course, I knew that when we, you know, didn't just pop off and go ahead and, you know, re-sign him or whatever, I knew he was going somewhere else. I just knew that. I'm just happy. I love Nick Chubb as a person. I love Nick Chubb as a business, like how he handles his business, how he plays, how
Yeah,
he puts every inch of him on the field. So I'm
so
just happy that he's somewhere that he can play, you know, because them injuries was terrible for him. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy he bounced back and that he's somewhere that he can, go ahead and be Nick Chubb, man. I'm gonna watch the Texans, man.
Ricky
Just cause of him.
Cardo, what's good, Cardo, baby? Ricky Cardo say he's on for a running back. Well, Nick Chubb, what, 29, just not going on 30? I
Yeah, about
mean,
to be, yeah, same
let's
color.
not forget what Jamal Lewis did for the Browns at 31, 32. Let's not get what Adrian Peterson did to
I'm
the
about the
league
TV.
at 33, 34. Like, let's not do that. Let's not disrespect the running backs like in their 30s. What Barry Sanders do at 30. Like, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what LaDainian Tomlinson do at 30. Like, let's not do that. But he is older for a running back. But I just think for the Browns' current position, you know what I'm saying? What's really good, my guy? I think for the Browns' current position, they need to find their offensive identity and they need to do it through young pieces so they can know what they need to do in the upcoming drafts with their picks. And since the defense is pretty much, we ain't doing the defense today. We're going to do the defense another time because that's going to be a real explosive discussion. All right. But we just doing the offense. So, but what the defense got, I think the offense needed that. So, Chubb, like I say, I would have carved out a full back role, power back role, goal line back role for him. He would have just been that off top, and his incentive phase would have been touchdowns, first downs. You know what I'm saying? Extending drives. I would have worked it out like that. Something simple. Chubb, if you can get us 10 touchdowns this year, you cool. If you get us 15, I got 4 mil for you. You know what I'm saying? We make it to the playoffs and you score. You feel me? I'd have did something like that. You know what I'm saying? 200,000 here, 500,000 here, 800,000 here. I would have just did that just to keep his presence in the building. I would have did it like that. But again, we don't know if they offered him that and he turned it down. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? They could have offered him that. And he probably could have turned it down. But nonetheless, he in the Texans. He over there with Stroud. For us Buckeyes, we fuck with CJ Stroud. So he went over there fucking with our guy. We ain't tripping. You feel me? We ain't really tripping.
We ain't tripping, man. OH.
that's a
Oh,
nice combo.
he is though. With him and Damian Pierce, man, they gonna go crazy. But
And oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, say that. Say that.
No, yeah, LaDainian Pierce and who's that? Who's the other guy? Who's the receiver over there?
Oh, Nico Collins and Tank Dell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might want to just
And
be
they just
careful.
got a vet
A
over
lot of
there
people,
too, didn't they? They just got what they get
huh?
that Devontae Parker. I mean not Devontae Parker, Devontae
Mm-hmm.
Adams or something. They got one of the
Devontae
high guys,
Adams.
didn't
I think it was Devontae Adams, if I ain't
they? Adams,
mistaken.
yeah, that's
They
about to
lightweight.
be.
They lightweight loaded on it. I mean, you know what I'm
Damn, no, that's
saying? No
crazy.
shade. No shade.
Hey, so okay, so let's talk about our room. On the screen, is all the guys that's on here. Now on our notes, I only highlighted the three guys that I thought had the strongest and the guys that I felt like was gonna be on. But these are all the guys that are here. Um, Jerome Ford, the returning starter, 5'10", 210 pounds, going into his third or fourth year. Quinshawn
Yeah,
Junkins, rookie. We got with our well, our official second round pick, because I think the other one we got in the trade, or however that worked. But
yeah,
we got Quinshawn in the second round. Amani Marshall is an undrafted free agent that we picked up. Quinshawn is 5'11", 221 pounds. Amani Marshall is 6'1", 225 pounds. Dylan Sampson, a running back we took in the fifth round, sixth round, something like that. Leading rusher coming out of SEC at Tennessee. He's 5'8", 200 pounds. And then we got the guy we traded for a few seasons ago who's found a way to stick around, the speedster. Nice
mm-hmm,
size, skill,
mm-hmm.
athleticism, can catch out the backfield, got some return ability, and that's Pierre Strong Jr. He's 5'11", 215 pounds.
I like
So
Pierre. I really do.
you do. So that's my question. Okay, what are
Mm-hmm.
your thoughts on each player?
You know what? I didn't see a lot of when I did see Pierre. I put it like this: when Pierre was on the screen, you saw him. He was efficient. He was effective. He's fast. He's fast. And I didn't honestly know he was that fast to really let's see when Joe Flacco came. So when he came in, I really didn't know he had footwork like that. He was stiff arming. He was doing some stuff. I like Pierre because he can put the jets on and go ahead and dust you. Now, well, I'll get to him last. Marshall, I don't know that much about him. I'm gonna have to see. We got him last year, right? Was he the one that we picked up? Vaughn, can you hear me? Hello? Wait a minute. Vaughn, I can't hear you on mute.
My fault. I forgot I was on mute. No, I was laughing. I was
Okay.
saying, I said Ricky said they gone all right. I just thought that was so funny. No, they gone all right. But
ah,
no, I think Amani we got this year. I don't remember him on the roster
it-
last year.
okay, yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's the one that we picked up. Okay, so and then I have to do my research on him. I'm not gonna speak on him, but I'm look when Jerome Ford start playing, right? Y'all know how he would run. He would do that hold on, let me go the other way. You know how you playing like hide and go seek outside or something, you try not to get tagged and shit, so you go this way, then you cut back and then you go this way. It didn't work for him for a while. I don't know if he been on a stair stepper, I don't know if he been on an elliptical, but he started being faster doing a cutback. But I still like Jerome Ford because honestly, that first year when he came in, I was not a fan of how he was running. But last year, I yeah, I seen the improvement. I seen the notes he was taking in the film that he was watching back because he got a lot better and he started going up the gut and using his blockers. That's I like the improvement. Now, Quishan, let me explain something to you. I can't really because yes, dog in O State. That's the one that we got from O State, right? Am I am I correct? I
Yes,
don't want to get that
yes,
wrong.
that is. That
Okay.
is correct.
Okay. I love him. I do. I do. Yes, he's a young man. Yes, he's going to make some not so good decisions. Yes, we don't know the story. We ain't going to talk about that. But when I like him a lot, I loved him in O State, big dog, like crazy. Put me in the mind of Nick Chubb, actually, where he was in college. So I like him a lot. I know he gonna get this together. We gonna get all this court day shit. We gonna bypass that, and he gonna get on the field and he gonna do what he need to do. I like him a lot. I do. I do. He was very very effective in our state. Make the organization way better. So yeah, yeah. I'm gonna miss Nick Chubb, of course. Who ain't? We missed them since they made the announcement. So imagine when we start seeing them playing them in that blue and white. What is it? Blue and whatever they got. The Texans. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So yeah, we gonna miss him. Yeah, but you know what? It's a business first.
still had 1,000 yard
It's a
season.
business first.
That's my Superman. I don't care what y'all
That's your
say.
Superman.
That's my Superman.
I need that book.
No,
I need a
O'Shea.
copy of that book. So let me get Amani Marshall, a rookie, 6'1", 225 pounds from Appalachian State.
Mhm.
He
I
what
gotta
was
watch some of his highlights because I haven't seen
yeah.
him. Like
I don't know
you
if he
said,
was
from
running that
Appalachian State.
under
Did you say that?
Appalachian State. Uh-huh.
I never even heard of that college. That's crazy.
Man,
Okay.
you ain't heard it. That's the one. What was the one speed running back? I mean, quarterback that came from there with the dreads. A few years ago, not Denard Robertson. It was a little young dude. I think they ended up beating Michigan or something, or Notre Dame, one of the number ones that one year.
Oh, now yeah, I think I'm now. When you say playing O State, I can kind of. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do my research on him for sure. Because yeah, I'm gonna do my research on him. But I mean, how did you say you felt about him? Or I'm sorry, did you even say it? My bad.
No, I ain't even get there yet.
Okay. Okay.
I was pulling up info on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Career appeared in 36 games for Appalachian State, rushed for 1,167 yards and 13 touchdowns, had 6 100-yard games, reaching that mark in each of his final 5 games. As a FSB back, played 48 games and rushed Oh, so he went from D2 to D1. When he was in D2, he played
Okay.
48 games. He rushed for 1,200 yards. And then his final season, he was All Sun Belt 13 performer at running back. But he got a nice
Okay.
size.
Nice little resume.
Let's see what his combine info is.
Yeah.
So with that being said, though, so let me give a little info to on this. As far as uh, that's funny.
You
So
said them niggas never draft the players they should.
that's funny. No, for real. So I like Jerome Ford because he is a scat back. He's an explosive back. He can catch out the backfield. You know, in open space, he gonna make guys miss. He's still young. He can grow with the team. I think he fits that role, and he can return some kicks for you.
Mhm.
The Browns needed a number one, between the tackles guy who could do a little bit of it all, like we used to in our regime. Um, so Quinshawn fits the bill. I like them two as a tandem. And I like Dylan and Pierre as a tandem. But I like Amani
Mhm.
Marshall's build. And one thing we know about the running back position, it's a lot easier to adjust when you got the right size and skill sets in the NFL than it is in college. College is a lot of preference and money. Um, but I like Dylan Sampson because I think he also is a guy who can return kicks and be a runner. I don't know about his ability to pass on the back. I mean, catch on the backfield is one of the greatest things, but
Mhm.
he might be able to do some things. I do like Pierre Strong, but I think he needs to show that he could be a every down back. He needs to show that he could be a starter. Let's say that. He
Yeah.
needs to,
Yeah.
really outperform everybody in a significant way.
Yeah.
What that requires, I can't really say. I don't know the scenarios he's going to be presented with. But he needs to capitalize on every opportunity possible, in my opinion. Um,
Mhm.
this is a picture of Amani Marshall and a little bit of his information. Um, we won't be able to bring up the highlights for him because I don't have those right yet. That's coming soon. With that being said, let me ask this question: as far as these running backs go, who will win the number one running back job?
Mm. It's like I'm trying to because I'm trying not to be like thinking about anything that Krishan has going on because I don't know. See, I don't really know. Of course, it's going to affect some things. But if I wouldn't start Krishan right now based on his personal issues, I would start Jerome Ford. He
So would
has
would you
uh-huh.
play Quinshawn at all? Would you just keep him on the sidelines till it's
Right now, he's not
I
signed and he ain't at rookie mini camp or training
he's that
camp,
rookie
whatever.
man.
No, he not,
Okay.
and he not signed with the team.
Okay. Okay. So that yeah, I would start Jerome Ford. I mean, based on him not being signed. If he
damn,
was, I
that's
would,
kind of
yeah.
rabbit hole of questions. If they not signing him and then situations came up and that's the reason why they're not gonna be able to do they get that draft pick back? And if they do, is he not allowed to go back to college and will they still retain his rights or is he an automatic free agent? That's why I said
That
that's
yeah,
a
that's a
rabbit
lot of
hole of question.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole
That's
of question. So I
yeah,
understand
that's some
that.
good questions though. That's actually a very good question. I mean, I would love to get my draft pick back. But I mean, at the end of the day, no, not really, because I mean, what would be the next step? Like that'd probably be a whole like
No, that
long
would
drawn
just
out.
I think him not him having this situation
Yeah.
just add insult to injury for those that felt like they should have kept him. I think that's valid.
I
That's
mean,
all.
yeah, yeah.
You
But
know, so.
yeah, I could say something, but I ain't gonna say it because it's just that's a whole nother can of worms. But go
All
ahead.
right. So in saying that with Quinshawn, if we add that to the scenario, how
Hmm.
do you feel about? And this is just a throw-in question. This wasn't on the list, but
Hmm.
what? How do you feel about Dylan Sampson and Jerome Ford, or Pierre Strong and Jerome Ford, or even Amani. You know, do you think?
I would do Jerome and Pierre. Yeah, see, like I said, I gotta do some research on Amani. But from what I've seen and experienced, like looking at them, I would go ahead and do. I really do wish that Pierre Strong would, just because you could tell, you know what I'm saying, that he can. It's so much room for improvement there, and he's good. Yeah, I ain't taking nothing from him, but it's just things that I could see that he can do that would be diabolical. But yeah, I would do Ford and Strong now, for real. Amani, I have to check you out, bro. I know, bro. Probably gonna, you might go against the grain, but you know, that's from what I've seen.
I should. I don't know why I ain't bringing up no videos of me while I'm sitting here. I gotta get used
Uh,
to having two laptops. I ain't used to having two laptops to play
you
with.
on
I
two
appreciate
today?
that. Yeah, look, I ain't used to it. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta let me see. Let me
Uh
see
huh.
what kind of video they bring up for me, and I'll give you some little feedback on what I see. So
Okay.
with that being said, out of these three running backs, right? Out of the four,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
one you think is better? Would be a better kick return, punt return threat?
Pierre Strong to me, because I like he's I don't know. It's like, as a running back, he has the speed and the just the like the not even I have never seen him like strong arm nobody. I'm pretty sure he has, but I just think he got the speed for it, and I think that he uses blockers accordingly. He does that, so I think he'd be he kind of remind me of DPJ with the speed, because he has some speed. He was a taller guy, so I would like Pierre. I would like to see him. I would like to see that. I
Wrong.
think he
No, the Browns got a mansion for potential. Johnny Five, what's good,
Johnny
Johnny?
Five. What up, Johnny Five,
Hey
man?
man, he say no, bro. You want to come up? I'll send you the link, bro. If you got room, you want to come up, bro. You more than welcome to come up. I'll send you the link. Hey man, that's funny, man. We gonna beat the Ravens this year though. We gonna smack the Ravens though. I bet you.
People were
I,
saying that. People were
I,
really saying that. You know
yeah,
what? Man. Listen, man. Our schedule crazy.
we gonna smack the
Yeah.
Ravens this year. Watch. Watch, he gonna be
Mhm.
salty too. He gonna be all on my page talking crazy too. Um, yeah, I got a few minutes. All right, bet. I'm about to send you over the link. So, so I think I want to see what Dylan Sampson do. I think he got the right size and the right attitude for it. I want to see him on
Mhm.
the kick return side.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fucking with Dylan on that. I ain't gonna hold.
Yeah, man. It's we haven't had a kickback return in quite some time. So it's definitely, man. I can't wait for this year. You just have no idea. I'm gonna be down there working on the home games anyway, but I can't wait for
So
real.
do you think the Browns should run? I think we all assume. I just sent it over. I think we all assume that the Browns gonna do running back by committee.
Mm.
Do you think it's gonna be a three-horse race? Would they use that at running back, and which three running backs do you think is gonna get the most uses? We're just gonna say that every running back is available when Sean gets shot. Which three do you think would be the most effective for us as a if we go by a committee like that?
If we go by what?
By committee? We go three running back committee. Who's your
Uh-huh.
three?
Um, uh, like I said, Jerome Ford. I would say Jerome Ford. Um, hmm. Pierre Strong. Yes, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with those two. Just yeah. And my third one is kind of up in the air. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I might do. What's his name? Dylan. What's his name? The other the other running back. What's his
Dylan
name?
Sampson.
Right, yeah, I might put him in there with Jerome Ford and Dylan Gabriel. I wouldn't, yeah. I would like to see that. And it don't we kind of get that a little taste of what they're gonna be in doing preseason. Um, so yeah, I would do those three. Yep.
My three would be
Mm.
Quinshawn Ford and
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were. Are we? If we putting Quinshawn in there, I'm
yeah,
gonna put
that's
him
what
in
I'm
there
saying.
too.
Yeah. We
Okay.
putting Quinshawn
Oh,
on.
based on okay, because I didn't know if we were still talking about him not being signed or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no. I thought I had
Okay.
said that. My apologies.
Oh, you good? Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead. Your three.
Um. My three is I'm trying to bring up this guy highlights right quick. I want to see. I want to just get a little glimpse of what he looked like before, because impulsively, um, you know, Ford and
Mm.
Quinshawn is my top two. You selling me on Pierre right now. I ain't gonna lie. In this conversation, you've been really selling me
And
on
I.
Pierre, especially with my flashbacks on him, like just thinking about just what I've seen from him, how I seen him move. I'm not gonna hold you. Um, I you definitely got my attention with that.
Yeah.
But I do like Dylan a lot though. I like
Mm.
his attitude, man. I feel like he runs with the type of attitude that we need for the position. Um,
Mm.
let me see. Okay,
I know. I was trying to pull up some stuff too.
he ain't really got. Am I reading this right? Is this him or is this okay? So I got okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, 2024 season. Let's do that. Okay. Let me see what Amani look like. So with that being said, while we looking at, let me do station identification. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. When you get once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Make sure you do the same. I'm sitting up here with the Sports Diva. Make sure you follow the
Hey.
Sports Fan Podcast. Be coming back on this upcoming what's this next Thursday? This upcoming Thursday.
The 24th. Yep. This Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
We back in the building, you know what I'm saying? Homie Moore gonna be in the building, you know what I'm saying? Homie Benji gonna be up there. So we definitely gonna do our thing, man. Oh, oh, hold on. Run that back. Hold on, run that back. Okay, Marshall, hold on. Hey, he kind of built like Willie Gay.
Who?
Marshall. Remember William Gay?
Oh. Uh-huh.
He got some
Just
shifty. He run with a low center of gravity. Oh,
okay.
he's shifty. Okay, his pass be kind of high. He get low, but his pass still be kind of high. You gotta learn how to level him out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He don't mind putting that shoulder down. He got a nice first step. He got a Chubb like, oh, he could play defense. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Marshall got some nice film. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Sampson. Hey, Strong. You know he coming, right? Hey. Hey, I don't know, Sports Diva. I think, hey, I like Marshall Tate right now. I like his
Really?
tape right
Okay.
now. I like his tape right now. Okay, look, we gotta switch positions. All right, let's.
Okay.
Johnny Five.
What's up, y'all?
What it
What
do,
up, though,
God?
What's up, y'all?
Johnny?
How you
What up,
feeling?
though?
What's up?
Chilling,
Cool, how
man.
y'all?
We cooling, man. We
Good. Talking
cooling,
some
man.
football.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Well, so listen, we talking sports, we talking football.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know it's preseason time. You know we know. Matter of fact, let me let you
Mm-hmm.
introduce yourself, man. Tell them what your team is, man. Let them know what you want to know, man. Let's hear from
Yeah, Big Johnny Five, and my team is the Real Browns, the Baltimore Ravens, and that killer black and purple. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I understand niggas over here trying to imitate them and shit. I understand, man.
you.
This is Got them replacements downtown, Keanu and them. Who y'all got starting at quarterback? Keanu?
Man,
I got Flacco. I got Flacco.
who
So
who you think we should start at quarterback?
Yeah, me, nigga.
Man, when the last time you got hit with some pads?
Yeah, it's been like 20 years.
No, man, we
I
can't
feel
do
like
that.
my chances. I feel like my chances over them niggas.
Man, that's crazy work. Man,
Yeah,
listen,
and you
y'all got Lamar, y'all got Derrick Henry, y'all brought over who was the one guy? Who was the one receiver guy y'all just got? Stephon? Is that who y'all got? No.
don't think so. It was
Stephon went
somebody
to
else.
Houston and Devontae Adams went to the Ravens.
yep,
I
that's what
know.
it
That's
was.
how it worked.
Hmm.
Man, y'all ain't got no squad. What y'all got? Who y'all got? Bateman too, and what's the other young receiver y'all got?
We got
Bateman and what's the
Andrews
other
in
guy?
there.
Flowers, I
We
think
war
his
ready,
name
man.
Flowers. Huh?
I said we got Mark Andrews in the middle. He fucked up last year, but he gonna get it together. We war
Cheese.
ready.
Hey, cheese. Yeah, man. So, all right. So look, you got a nice receiver room. We about to talk about the Browns' potential receiver room, right? All right. So
Hmm.
last year, our top receiving threats was David Njoku and Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy comes in this year as the number one option for the Browns after going over 1,100 yards receiving, multiple touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Really bounced back in his career from what he had at
You
Denver.
gonna fight them?
So, what we want to, so what we have now is Jeudy at the one. Hit mute, bruh. Hit mute on your phone. We got Jerry Jeudy at the one. We got Cedric Tillman at the potential
Okay,
two.
now
We got the veteran Dante Johnson, who we brought in to compete. Then we got Jeremy Thrash, the young guy we picked up from Louisville last year in the late rounds. David
Hmm.
Bell returning from injury. And he was a third round guy we got about 3 years ago. And then Michael was the third, a guy who's been around about 4 or 5 seasons now, had a couple injured seasons, but it seems like every year he develops chemistry with one of the main quarterbacks, and he's a guy that we tend to like.
Yeah.
Um, with that said, I have a different type of set of questions for this group. Overall thoughts on the potential of this group, just as a collective. What do you think they could bring that can help the Browns?
them balls they need them deflate bake footballs that Tom Brady had. They can start there, man.
I,
I got
I think they got pretty good potential. I'd rather see it stronger, to be honest. But I think they have some good potential though.
I mean, what would make it stronger though? When you say that, like what?
Like I just feel like it's some inconsistencies in there. Like Cedric Tillman, he cool, but I just haven't seen him be consistent yet. I like Judy. Judy, I believe Judy's he has a good consistency rate. But and then you said what's his name? Michael Wood. Who was we
Was
talking about?
third?
Woods the third. Yeah, I like him when he's in. I like him when he's in. I think he has great potential. Actually, um, I love David Njoku. That's he dragging. Let me tell you, that's a strong ox of a man. Okay, he dragging 4 or 5 with him every time. He gonna get you your yards. He had a couple of fluke games or whatever last year and the year before. Well, yeah, last year. No, the year before. I'm sorry, year before. But other than that, I see potential. I just and then you gotta stay healthy, man. You gotta stay healthy. But I know some things you can't help with this fake ass turf and all that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just want to see more consistency, and more confidence when it comes to Moss. Ain't Moss that nigga, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all. It's not a huge. It's I mean, like I say, I like the I like the receiver, team, but I just want to see a little bit more. That's all. And this year may be it. They may show their ass out. So yeah. Are you on mute again, bro?
I am because I ain't said nothing yet, but Johnny ass on mute too.
Oh, okay.
I think he ain't
Hey,
talking to
Johnny.
But
himself.
who gonna throw it to him?
We ta-
I know that's a good question.
we talked about this, right? So we said so. I said Shedeur should start, but I wouldn't be mad if Flacco started. Um, and then was our top two choices between the two, Flacco or Shedeur.
I would honestly go Flacco if I were
hmm
to
hmm
What do you think
And
about
the
Dylan
reason why
Gabriel?
is because Shador he got a he fuck the system.
Wait, you in the Matrix. Wait, you in the Matrix. All your words
You
not
got
coming
to
through.
him coming into a tumultuous situation that the Browns is like. Would you really want to crush his confidence so early, or is he even gonna be able to perform?
hmm
Do you think he has enough confidence in himself to overcome that
What he's
element
gonna
though?
do?
Johnny,
I mean, starting out, I mean, it's just like when you starting out, it's just like when you start the first day of school. You think you're gonna start with straight A's, but then when you get in the field and get the lesson plans, then it's not so much.
hey man, you in sports diva analogies today is hilarious, man. OMG.
I've been
He said, you
I've
know
been
how you
shuffling
want
the
to play tag
analogies.
and you try not to get touched.
He said, "What happened?"
Oh snap! Oh, dude, that air got me crying. Okay. Um, my overall thoughts on the wide receiver group. I think this group is a lot better than people give it credit for. I think you know what I think about Sports Diva. I think about when we had that when Vinny Testaverde was a quarterback, and we had Michael Jackson and Keenan McCardell, and no, and we still had Eric Metcalf, and nobody knew who these guys was, but they was just, Belichick had them out there kicking ass, though. You hear me? And this is how I feel about this group. I think Jerry Judy is a nice number one because he can improve and get better. Him and David Njoku as the one and two passing, number one passing receiving threats
I
is
was just here,
phenomenal.
trying to make sure I'm.
I think Cedric Tillman, with his size and his capability, is a nice number two. A jump ball guy, deep threat guy, maybe a better version of what DPJ gave us. Even though I'm with you, I like the DPJ as well. Um, I like Jeremy Thrash and David Bell as two guys in the slot. I think they both could share that role. I think it would be nice for them. And it would really go well with Harold Fannin Jr., who we'll talk about when we get into the next segment as the guy they drafted. I think those three running the slot, it'll be well for which whoever playing quarterback. I think Michael Woods is a good backup to what Cedric Tillman brings. Um, I think those two will make each other better as young guys. Like I think Thrash and Bill will as well. And I think Dante Johnson is an X factor. I mean, people keep saying the Browns need a vet. They need somebody who can really stand out. I feel like if Dante Johnson buys in and he's, a team player and really trying to be the best version of himself, I think he is one of the X factor pieces that could be one of that third name behind Ninjoku and Ju. Sports Diva, what you think about that? Uh oh. So I think My next question is, who would be the best fit at number 2 next to Judy? Uh, I think the best fit would be Dante Johnson, right? Having him win that slot, or him and Tillman tie for that slot, and having those two, and forcing Michael Woods to kind of learn behind Judy, to better his route running skills as a backup to the number 1 guy. I think that would bode well in the long term. My question after that was, who will be the biggest threat to play slot? As I said before, I like what Jeremy Thrash and David Bell brings to the Browns in the slot position, especially with, again, the other tight end that we got. I think that'll be fire. The Browns ain't gonna be a juggernaut off top. They still gotta figure out how to play with each other. Where they get their advantages with the defense and all that type of thing. And I think we got a defense that'll give this team a lot of opportunities. So I really feel like, Jeremy Thrash. I really think I like Thrash better than Bell. But I just like Bell a lot too, though. Um, you know, I like the whole group entirely. Who could be the surprise biggest impact? I'm waiting when Sports D would come back in. I ask her and see what she thinks. But I think as far as surprise impact, I think Michael Woods, right? I think Michael Woods is that guy who's been here longer than every other receiver here, who understands what's going on and that has a natural skill set. That was a pretty dominant guy in college. I think he could be a big surprise impact. And as far as kick returners, right? I think Jeremy Thrash, out of all these guys, is the best suited kick returner. I think if it was my choice, I would have Sampson and Thrash be the kick returners. They would be the kick returners. They would be my special play guys when I want to run trick plays. Those two would be designated to be the receivers or the number 1 options on those plays. And still get a chance to get those guys touches, give them impact, and spare some of the other guys in the room. I think Bell, Judy, and Dante Johnson and Thrash are the best route runners we have. I think Michael Woods has a chance to be in that conversation with hard work. Dante Johnson gives me Amari Cooper vibes, right? Amari Cooper / Odell vibes. And what I mean by that is that's a receiver that you can call the audible with at the line, and he could just know how to go get over. He just know how to beat the guy in front of him, and you could just give him the ball. And I think if the Browns use him in that way, that's a nice role for him. I think each one of these receivers have a role. Judy, the number 1. Tillman is the jump ball, deep threat, and end zone receiver. Dante Johnson would be, the audible receiver. We got to make an audible at the line. I need a guy to be the guy right now. Dante would be my number 1 option for that. I like Jeremy Thrash because I think he could do a lot in space when he gets the ball. I think David Bell is a first down getter. He'll clutch catch type of guy. When you need a guy that can to get you in and get a play, I think that's a good role for him, especially while he just get back to getting in football shape. And I think he could potentially be a better weapon that people give him credit for. Like I said about Michael Woods, man, he's the X factor. I think Michael Woods, with hard work, could be a number 1 receiver. With his build, his skill set, his ability, potential of at least, I think that's like one development of guy who could be a surprise number 1 option. Guy, what's that one guy of receiver name? Robert Woods. Robert Woods. I think he could turn out to be like that. But I like this group, man. And then we got the tight end group, right? So the tight end group is headlined by David Njoku, the number 1 guy. Harold Fannin Jr., a guy that we drafted from Bowling Green. Brendan Bates, Sal Nella, and Blake Whiteheart, a guy who's been in the league quite around, like a rotating veteran. I think David Njoku and Harold Fannin is a tandem that you keep together for years. In an ideal world for me, all these receivers make the roster. All these uh, Njoku and Harold Fannin make the roster. This is the group, and then next year, Dante Johnson probably ain't gonna stay, and you can get a number one receiver option, the best receiver option on the board with the number one pick, one of your number one picks next year, and you can just really solidify this receiver. I think that pick with Judy, Cedric, Thrash, Bill, Woods, Fannin, and Njoku, and then you find you another tight end who could run the ball a little more, who could block and run the ball, play a little H-back type of third tight end type of game. This offense set, man. I think they got all the skill sets to really make magic happen, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I really think they got all the skill sets in there to make the magic happen if they utilize it. I would have got into the offensive line, but I ain't, man. I've been up here rapping with y'all for a minute. You feel me? We're going to go ahead and close this out. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports and at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Make sure y'all check out the website, industrysports.com. Latest articles, updates, and things like that. It's really about to get real active, getting into the heart of the sports year. Make sure y'all hit us up, industrysports@gmail.com or DeeTrynt@gmail.com. Inspiring writers, people who aspire to have sports podcasts, you know what I'm saying, things like that, man. Yeah. Hit up DeeTrynt. Follow me on Twitter at DeeTrynt. Follow me on Facebook at DeeTrynt. Follow me on Instagram at DeeTrynt. You know what I'm saying? I'm on all them platforms, man. Follow my pages. Get up with me. Inbox me, man. We can really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody got their opinions, and a lot of people probably good on camera or at least articulate their thoughts. Like, get up with us. Let's build. You feel me? Let's get it popping. But make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all summer, man. People have been pretty good on the weather for the heart of the summer. Definitely been enjoying that. It ain't been too drastic. So, y'all be easy. One love. Stay polished. Stay dangerous. I'm going to get over to y'all in a second.